Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today is February the 10th and I'm going to do a weekly budget update. I'm going to update what was the first 4 days of February and then take us into the 9th of February. So the reason we didn't, well, I guess it was the first 3 days of February. The reason we did not film an update last week is because there were only a couple days in February. You know how you have those weeks that are at the end of the week. It's not a full week. So I'm going to share with you my budget update, and I thought it would just be good to have a full week to review. So let's jump in. I do want to share with you my debt payoff and where I am on that. I'm feeling really good about it. So let's just move along into this update. So here is my budget sheet. I actually budgeted for $5,391.69, but to date have actually had come in $5,631.69 because we did get a kid's deposit. So that's always helpful whenever we're able to get a kid's deposit. It does make it a little bit easier to try to budget for our weeks and help to spread out some of my expenses. So I do have a few expenses coming up within the next couple of weeks for the kids that I have to allocate for. They're actually for March, but I have to plan for them ahead. So let's jump into, so I'm budgeting for, allocating for $5,631.69. Let's see where we spent that money. Alrighty, so moving up on our budget sheet, so far I have paid $909.95 on my mortgage. $109.69 went to my heating and electric, and $59.96 went to my water. So that gives me my living or housing expenses total of $1,079.60. Okay, moving down further for my regular payments. Now, this is where everything got really good because I was able to get my supplement, and of course they took out way more taxes than I had allocated for, which is fine. I was able to pay an extra $2,000 on my student loan. I wanted to pay $2,500, but I actually paid $2,000 over my $156.10, which is my minimum payment. So I was excited about that. And then for Taekwondo was $325, and then my college, which is CCRDU, was $50. Put in my regular payments at $2,531.10. Moving down to my food expense, I went ahead and pulled out my cash for groceries at $265, and then $32.91, which I think I had budgeted in like $290 something for groceries. And then we went out for a meal with my sister for Sharing Life, and normally it's a big group of us, but for this time it was just my sister, me, and my kids. And that meal was $68.21, and I did take care of that meal. You know, there were some people affected by the government shutdown. My sister was one of those individuals. And then, of course, everything kind of kicked back in. But, you know, when you're playing catch up to get everything squared away. So I just took care of that meal for all of us. And actually, it would have been about $20 less, but she had ordered something to have for the following week just at her house because it's just her, so to keep her cooking down, and we just paid for it. She was arguing with me in the restaurant, but I paid for it anyway. Sometimes you just make those little sacrifices. It's totally fine. I was going to spend that money somewhere, and then sometimes you just have to make that sacrificial offering, and it works out just fine. So $366.12 for those food expenses, and I just put it under food expenses because it was for restaurants. Personal expenses, so Alana got her hair done and I got my hair cut. I had budgeted in $80, but it ended up being $95, and we left a $5 tip, so I put that at $100. We will not be getting our hair done like this all the time. Maybe once a month for me because I'm working now at a different job and I have shorter hair. So just to keep my edges cleaned up, and then the sides, I'll probably get a haircut, but I had to get a relaxer and a cut, so it was a little bit more expensive for me. So that is not a permanent expense, and because I did have that extra with my supplement, I just did that for both of us. Got hers done for her birthday. And then, of course, Dad did send some kids money, so it just helped to take care of that expense. I do a supplement for my digestion, which is $43.95, and I get the 90-day supply. So I did put that under medicines, prescriptions, etc. And then I had a house expense of $13.02. There were a few things I needed to get from Walmart. And then for our Gracie, we did $70 for her bath and her food. She has not had her bath yet, but she will have her bath on next Saturday. So that is already allocated for, putting our personal expenses at $226.97. So last week in the transportation department, I only got $27.46 worth of gas. And then my tithe and offering was $8.44. So that was for the last week of January going into the first couple days of February. Now moving into the first official week of February, which started on the 4th, I believe. I had an internet expense of $70.99. Now, I did incur a late fee, and here's why. Well, it'll go on next month's bill. I always forget to pay my bill because it's due like the 28th of the month, and I don't get paid till the last working day of the month, and then I'm forgetting. It's the only bill that I forget to pay. So I guess when I've paid enough late fees, I'll remember it. But $70.99 takes me into being paid up for the month. And then Homeowners Association, I went ahead and made a check for $180. That takes care of my Homeowners Association fees for the year. We used to be able to just pay it. You could pay it monthly, you could pay it quarterly, or you could pay it biannually. But we have a new Homeowners Association company that is actually taking care of the payments now, so we have to pay it at the beginning of the year. So I've written that check, and that is ready to go out. So that puts me at $250.99 for living and housing. Regular payments, I had an auto draft. I put this here for Amazon and Thrift Books because Alana needed some books, and I ordered her 3 books from Thrift Books. So I added that in to make that say Thrift Books. I do order books for my class through Amazon. Of course, I'm not paying an Amazon monthly fee anymore because that has been taken care of for me. But I am doing Thrift Books, so I added that in. She needed 3 little books to a series she's reading, and they were like $3.79 each. And if we got a $10 order, we could get free shipping. So 2 of the books was right at about $8 and some change, so I just added in a 3rd book so we could get that free shipping. Healthways Gym has already come out at $25, putting those personal expenses at $36.91. I needed something at the grocery store. I can't remember what it was I was buying, but I did pick up something for $16.39. I didn't have any personal expenses last week at all, but I did have to get gas. So with my new job, I do have to travel some. And while I will get some reimbursements for gas, I am having to up my gas allowance, which is fine. My drive is not bad. It's really not bad at all. So I'm excited about that. But I did do gas for $25.45. I will have to get gas today as well. So on next week's, you'll see on Sunday I got gas. I'm trying to get gas on Sundays. And I did not have any tithe and offering, any emergency fund blow money, or anything for this particular week, but that put me at a total spent for the week of $329.74. So going back to my month, at this point of the $5,631.99, I have already spent $909.95 on my mortgage, $109.69 on heating, $59.96 on water, $70.99 on internet, $180 on my Homeowners Association, $2,156.10 on my student loan, $11.19 on Thrift Books. I'm sure my PureFlix has come out now. If not, it comes out this week. $25 on Healthways, $325 on Taekwondo, $50 for my CCRDU, $281.39 on groceries, $68.21 on eating out, and then $32.91 for that was for my Whole Foods, where I was getting some extra keto things. So far I have spent that much for that. Personal care was $100. I was over a little bit. For my supplement, $43.95. For my digestion, $13.02. For miscellaneous house, we got Gracie's cash out at $70. I've spent $52.91 on gas. I spent $8.44 on tithe and offering, putting us at a total of $5,404.99, giving us a total to continue to pay our bills of $226.70. So the only things that are not paid thus far is my cell phone bill, which is $92.50, my PureFlix, which is $7.99, and then the rest of my gas that I had allocated for gas. So that should put me right at $0 for the month, or zero out my budget unless for some reason that I get some additional monies coming in. Now, I did talk to Dad yesterday, and he did say that he was sending something for the kids. Again, he's still playing catch up from December, and then he's into a new month of support. So we're still playing some kind of catch up here. So again, once that money comes in, however, it's not just money to spend, because the kids are going to a tournament in March, and because they're on what's called special teams or the traveling team, they have to go to every tournament. We agreed to that when they got on the team 2 years ago, and we have kept our commitment so far. So it's looking like it's going to be about $65 for Alana, but Jackson, because he's first degree junior and he spars, and then there's a couple other events that he might want to do because he's trying to go for, what is it, grand champion or something, or some kind of more thing than what Alana does. Alana just does her forms, weapon, and sparring if there's another girl to spar. But Jackson is a little bit different. He loves Taekwondo, and then because he is such a good at it, I always try to encourage him to do more than what he wants to do. So his might be a little bit different, because I think it's $10 for each additional event for him. So I've got to at least account for $130 plus whatever extra events him or his instructor think he should do. So I'm looking between $130 and $200 for that. So I have to allocate for it ahead. And then they are in a special event. There's a special event coming to the city over from where we live, and they are doing a halftime show. And so in order for me to get into the show, I've got to pay for my ticket. So that's another $25 and some. And then they're going to camp for Taekwondo, and that's $200 for 2 of them. So I'm looking at about $425 just to be able to take care of all of those additional things. And I'd like to go ahead and have the money set aside just in case we run into the support issue again. So I'm going to try to pull some stuff out and be saving along. He works with me really well as far as my finances are concerned, getting the kids all squared away. And I've never missed a payment or been late on a deadline or anything. But I just like to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do on my end. So that's where we are for the week. And I will share with you my debt update and let you see where we are as far as that. Okay, friends, so here's my debt payoff goal sheet that I started. So far, I have paid the $2,156 and 10 cents. I guess I need to pay 50 more cents, and I'll be right at 40% of this being paid off. I do plan within the next 2 months to get at least another 20% of this paid off, because I do get a supplement in April, and then I'll just keep chunking away. I have an expected YouTube payment coming in, maybe. I never like to add that in just because I'm never sure what the payment is going to be, but I am going to plan to pay that into this student loan. And so my payoff is $5,391.49. I'm currently at $3,100, and I think it's $23 that I still owe. So I'm just a little bit over $3,000, and I remember when this was at $8,000 and some. So I'm doing really, really good. June 2019 is my deadline to have this paid off. If I make it, great. If I don't, I still have some months to go as far as getting everything squared away with paying this off. So I feel good about where we are as far as debt payoff is concerned. And I'm just going to keep working my process. I do pray that you keep working your process. Remember, it's not about if you can get your stuff paid off the same time as me. It's about just working the process. Do what you have to do. Sometimes we have months when I can't pay anything but my minimum. But other months, I can pay a little more than my minimum. So I'm just going to keep plugging away. Now that I have it in my mind, Shakema, you don't have to carry this debt. I'm going to keep plugging away at it because I want this to be at the top, full, paid off, and then we can start putting money towards our 3 to 6 months. Baby step number 3. So baby step number 1 is done, my $1,000 emergency fund. And I'm working on baby step number 2, but I'm excited to get to baby step number 3. So I'm going to do baby step number 3, and I think I'm going to try to do a little bit of savings towards my van. So I'm just going to start, I pray the Lord would lay it on somebody's heart to gift us a van, but if he doesn't, then I'm going to do my portion, which is save up a little bit until I can get us a van that I don't want to say so desperately need, because our car works great. But as far as space is concerned, it would be a help to us. So I'm going to keep on this journey, keep moving along. I encourage you to keep moving along. And sometimes you have to celebrate the little victories. Could I have done something else with that $2,000? Absolutely. I could have bought my kids a whole new wardrobe. I could have bought me a whole new wardrobe. I could have got more groceries than I have had in this house at one. I could have went to Costco and had a never have done before Costco haul, or the most expensive Costco haul ever in life, or Sam's or whatever, $500 or $600 worth of keto friendly things. However, it was more important for me to spend that money on the debt. It's my debt. I need to pay it. I'm paying student loan debt that should have been long paid off. So I'm learning that I'm learning. I should have known this before. I didn't. Even with as much education as I have, I just wasn't on this plan. But thank God I am now, and thank God that you are. If you're just getting it, listen, it's little bits and pieces. The Lord is gracious and merciful, and he keeps helping us to gain wisdom and knowledge and understanding so that we can meet our goals. So I'm checking it off. I'm celebrating my small victory. I'm not quite at 50%. I just need about $400 and some more dollars. I did file my taxes. Prayerfully, I'll be able to get something back from that, and then just add it on and just keep on working towards our goals. If I get that and I don't get kids money, I'll be able to put towards here and get the kids their things, or get the kids their things that they need for their taekwondo. However, I need to work it, but I'm still going to pay my minimums and then pay what I can above and beyond that. Work those side hustles, work those side gigs, whatever you can do. So anywho, there it is. That is our weekly update. We kind of gave you a week and a half, or we gave you 9 days worth of February, which is what we had at this point. And so we're going to move right along. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do hope that these little updates are helpful. If you're celebrating our journey with us, thank you so much. It's so, it's heartwarming to me to be able to have people who are supportive of the things that we're doing. And I do appreciate that. Very, very thankful to have you all in my life, to keep inspiring me on to do great things. So again, we hope this was helpful for you. Let us know how you're doing on your journey so that we can celebrate with you as well. But thank you so much for stopping by our channel. If you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Just as, hey, we liked your video and you're doing a good job. We do hope to see you back for additional videos. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell. That way you never miss an upload. And we'll see you next week. Bye now.